everything right, it was you and me.
Hello everyone, my name is Nayeema and welcome back to my channel, or two if you are new. And today I am finally filming another video. I have not filmed a video in about it feels like 2 months, but it was probably more around around the month mark. And that's because I've been in college. I feel like I've told you guys this so many times in other videos, but in August I moved to my college town and I'm in the dorms and I'm having so much fun, but I am having difficulty filming. So I knew that before ahead of time because I can't multitask, do things that I need to do. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is pre-film 5 or 6 videos, and I did that, and those videos have since run out. So it's time to film here. And what I think I'm gonna do is actually choose a day to sit down and film every week. I'm feeling like Mondays might be it, just because Mondays are the least hectic for me, and I feel like I can get that edited by Friday. Or I might switch my upload schedule completely and start uploading on Tuesdays again. But I really miss just filming a video and having that go up literally the same week. I hated this time period where I was posting pre-filmed videos because I felt really old. I felt super disconnected from you guys, and you guys were commenting and I'm just like, wow, this is so long ago. My opinions might have changed on some of those things or some of those books, and I don't know, I just really miss talking to you guys and having it be kind of present and current. So we're gonna try this for a while. If it gets to be too much, I'll probably go back to pre-filming, because I literally cannot go more than a week without uploading on here, because I just love you guys so much. You guys have been DMing me, asking me how school's going, and I'm trying to respond. I am just so bad with multitasking, as I already stated. So it's a little bit of a struggle, but I'm trying to find my footing. It is about to be October. I'm so excited for October, my favorite month ever. And speaking of which, I'm wearing the shirt in honor of it. You know what? It might be October when I upload this video on October 1st, because that's the Friday, I believe. But I am wearing Hello Lovely Box's lovely Bury Me Next to My TBR shirt, and I'm obsessed with this collection. The back is so cute. Can you see it? It says Bury Me Next to My TBR. It's so cute. I'm obsessed, and I think it is perfect for October. So that is why I'm wearing it today. And if you guys did not know, I'm a rep for Hello Lovely Box, so you can get this shirt or any item in the store for 15% off if you use the code nayemasreads15. And yeah, go crazy. The spooky collection is so cute. This is not a part of the spooky collection. There are so many cute things in there, but if you need to get in the fall spirit, fall bookish vibes, check out Hello Lovely Box. I'm obsessed, as you guys know. And yeah, I just realized I never told you guys what today's video is. Today's video is basically showing you guys all the books that I brought to college. Some of them were just recently sent to me, and I'm so excited to talk about them. But I think I'm going to start off with all the books that I brought to college first. So I actually got a TBR cart in this really pretty green color. And originally I was going to film this video before I left for college, but you guys don't understand, I was stressed down to the very last second picking books to bring with me because I am indecisive. I'm a Libra. Speaking of which, my birthday's October 16th. It's Libra season. I'm just such in a good mood. But anyways, I'm a Libra, and that means I'm very indecisive. And it took me until literally an hour before I was leaving to finalize my book selection. I'm happy with the ones I brought. I did bring some of my favorites and ones that I've yet to read yet, because I really do want to read a lot of my physical TBR while I'm down here. Without further ado, let's get right into all the books I brought into college. And yeah, also I am sitting kind of in front of my bed. I'm not really sure about the setting yet. I feel like there's a lot of whiteness and it just looks a little weird. I am also filming at night, so the next time I film, it will be in daylight. This lighting is just a little bit awkward and a little bit ugly, so please disregard. The quality will get better in future videos. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the top row of my TBR cart. So the very first book that I bought was Ace of Spades. This book has been everywhere. I originally got this over the summer during the Amazon deal, and I thought it would be the perfect time to read it this fall. It takes place at a really elite high school. It's a mystery type of thing where these people are the top of their class, and they're also the only black kids at their school. They're being targeted, getting sent threats and stuff like that, and it just sounds like a really interesting time, and I'm very excited to read it. So I brought this because I was like, you know what, I'm definitely gonna read this there in the fall. It's gonna be amazing, and I've yet to read it yet, so This is all my TBR this fall. The next book, and the rest I believe are all romances besides a select few, but the next book that I brought was Intercepted by Alexa Martin. This is the perfect book to read in the fall as well. That's what I've heard anyways. I have not read this book either, but it is a football romance between like a famous football player and then his like girlfriend. Oh, actually, I know a little bit about the premise. It's like, I think her boyfriend was cheating on her, so she started seeing one of his teammates. That might be what it is. I'm not sure yet, but I really want to read it. It's the perfect time to read it. Sadly, my school does not have a football team, so this book will hopefully give me all the vibes that I'm looking for. The next book that I brought was Layla by Colleen Hoover, and I have not read this yet, sadly. I don't know why I have not read it yet, because everybody talks about it. For the most part, I've seen everybody love this book, and everybody says if you like Verity, you'll love this, and you guys know I loved Verity. It's one of my favorite books ever, so I just really need to get into it and give it a chance. Also, the cover is just so fall and so atmospheric, and I know this book is going to give me some like good paranormal action that I need, so it's definitely being read this fall as well. The next book that I brought was The Takeover by Teal Swan. I have yet to read this. I have read The Stopover, love The Stopover, and now it's finally time for me to read The Takeover by Teal Swan. I don't know what it is about this book. I think it's the description of like a single mom that is kind of like driving me away, which they obviously deserve love as well, clearly, obviously, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I just need to give it a try. I really haven't even cracked the book open, so once I do that, I'll love it. Everybody loves this book, everyone. So the next book I brought is one of my favorite books actually, and this is not a romance book. It is literary fiction, and it is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪. This is one of my favorite books ever. I read it in January of 2020. Oh, that's a lie. Yes, of 2021, and it quickly became my favorite book, and it is time for a reread. I'm so excited to dive into this book again. It's basically about this girl who is super depressed. She does not enjoy her life, and she only finds solace in sleeping all day, every single day. She literally wakes up, goes down to the bodega, chugs like coffee to stay awake, and then takes tons of like sleeping medication to counteract the coffee. And yeah, I just love this book. There's something about sad woman, depressed woman that just like feeds my soul. Somebody write a romance book with a main character like this. I love 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪, one of my favorite authors, and so I just had to bring this and reread it. And I'm probably, now I'm talking about it, I really want to read it like now. So I'm probably going to start again tonight. The next book that I brought was Play It As It Lays by Joan Didion. I actually didn't bring this from home. I was at Barnes & Noble one of the days I was moving in with my family, and I was like, you know what, I really want to read this book. It's so pretty. I hear amazing things about Joan Didion all the time, so I was like, you know what, this is just something that needs to be read. The next book that I brought was Mudvayne by Taryn Fisher, and I actually had started this. I just never finished it. I still have my bookmark in here and everything, and it's just something that I need to get around to doing. What I read about this is about an author but that one day she wakes up in a house that's fully stocked with food. She finds herself restrained. She gets out of those restraints, goes downstairs, and sees that someone else is also restrained, and that is someone from her past. I don't know if it's like an ex-boyfriend, an ex-friend, but it's someone from their past, and they have no idea why they have woken up in that house together. It just sounds like so much fun. Reagan from Raya Reads has been hounding me to read it, so I got it. I just need to finish it. Like, it was really interesting, and it's a pretty short book. I don't know what it is, but I need to finally finish it. The next book that I brought was The Dating Playbook by Farrah Rashan. I still have not read this. This is actually the finished copy of the book, and this book came out in August, I believe, and this is also probably another really good book to read this fall. This is an NFL romance between the NFL football player and then also like his physical trainer. So this is gonna be an amazing book to read this fall. I just need to get around to it. The next book that I brought was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I have been dying to read this just because everybody's like, if you're a hot girl, you've read this book, and like obviously, and I still have not read it, you know? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring this. Will it be read? I don't know yet, but I really want to read it. Like I said, I just love a depressed woman, reading about them, not in real life, but reading about them. So I was like, I need to bring it, obviously, you know? So I brought it. The next book that I read is one of my favorite books ever, and that is, okay, so the angle might have changed up a little bit, hopefully for the better. But my camera died, so I'm sorry if there's any sudden movements. But yeah, we were on Ecstasy by K.V. Rose. This is one of my favorite books ever, and I knew I need to bring this with me because it would be like the most perfect comfort read for me. I mean, if you've read this book, you're like, comfort? But like, yes, comfort. This is one of my favorite dark romances ever, and I'm so excited because the book of the person that the main character Zara does not choose just came out, and I downloaded it. I just need to start it. I am so excited to jump into it. If you did not know, this is my favorite book. Why? Because it reminds me of Euphoria, the darkness in here, the beautifulness, the amount of times I cried. It's just amazing. If you guys don't know what it's about, it is about this girl named Zara, and she is a recovering drug addict. Not even recovering, she's a drug addict, like plain and simple. She's a drug addict, and she's been in this really toxic relationship with this guy named Alex for a few months now, on and off, break up, get back together. She is obviously the drug addict, and he's just like a horrible human being. And so one night they get into a huge fight, and things go a little bit too far. And Alex's roommate Eli is there when this happens. He's always been kind of like lurking in the background whenever they've had their like arguments. He's obviously seen the relationship unfold, and he was like, well, if he's done with Zara, I'm gonna go for it. And so it's just magic. This is not a traditional love triangle at all. Like, none of these people are sane, like none. And it is the best time ever, and I just need to bring a little slice of home with me because the amount of times I've reread this book, the amount of times, it's one of my favorites. And if you've not read Ecstasy, you need to. It is just so good. And the story does not end here. I was so happy when I finished this. Well, after like a few months after I finished it, there was no talk of the person who she didn't choose getting a book. And then randomly she dropped it that this person was getting a book, and I was just so happy because the story does not end here. I mean, it ends here for the happy couple, but not for the person who did not win the girl. So yeah, I need to get to that book. I'm so excited. The next book that I brought was the Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. I really have no idea why I bought this. I mean, it's not like football season. I guess it's just one of the books on my TBR that I really want to read soon. Even though I forget about it a lot, I think it's something that I need to read because I love, as you guys know, marriage and trouble, fixing relationships, and this book, apparently that's like the epitome of it. These baseball players, they read romance books to fix their relationship and win back their wives and girlfriends and all that stuff. So I just need to set time aside to read it. I know I'd love it once I do. The next book that I brought was Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas, and I actually have already read this, but I believe I read this back in like 2019, 2018, and it's been a while. So I really want to reread it. Everybody has been reading it recently and loving it, and I remember reading it, enjoying it, but just not exactly like loving it. So I brought it just in case I wanted to reread it and annotate it. Priya? Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm like in the booktube world.
You're in the booktube world. Do you want to say hi?
Oh my god, it's recording?
Yeah.
Wait. Hello.
This is my roommate, Priya.
Hi.
Oh! I don't know what fell. The next book that I brought with me is Bunny by Mona Awad. I read this book last October, fell in love. It is one of my favorite books ever, and I need to reread it. It's crazy that I say that, and I've only read it once, which is like an issue. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be experiencing fall at college, so I'm bringing this. And this is just like the perfect time to read it in the fall. It's academia, it's dark academia, it's competitive people in their master's programs trying to be the best in the English world, and it is just so good. So yeah, it's time for me to reread this. And then I also brought All's Well by Mona Awad. This is the same author who wrote Bunny by Mona Awad, and I actually received an ARC for this, so I've been dying to read it. It was unsolicited, so don't come for me. It was unsolicited, but I really want to read it, so I brought it with me. This is basically about a theater teacher in college, I believe, and she has this chronic pain, and her life has just been like a series of unfortunate events. And one day, I think her acting career failed when she was younger, all this stuff. So one day, I think she's trying to put on the production of All's Well by William Shakespeare. Her theater students are like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do Macbeth. So she ends up having to, I don't know, something weird happens with three benefactors, and it's supposed to be really good. I need to get to it. The audiobook actually just came out on Scribd, so this will be read very soon. The next book that I brought was Real by Kennedy Ryan. I want to read this, so I brought it. This is Kennedy Ryan's most recent release, and I've been dying to read this, so I need to. I just brought it with me whenever I was in the mood. This follows like a director and then an actress, and they fall in love, and apparently it's super emotional and a good time, so had to bring it. And then I brought The Perfect Ruin by Shanora Williams. This is another arc that was unsolicited, but I do really want to read it. I don't know, this gives me very much Villanelle, Villaneve, I don't know what the term is, but apparently it's like this woman who's stalking another woman and trying to steal her life. So like, does this not sound like your cup of tea? Like, it's mine, so I brought it. Next, I brought My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I've owned this book for so long and I still have not read it. Why? I couldn't tell you. I need to read this book. So I brought it, and hopefully I'll read it here. The next book that I brought was Twice Shy by Sarah Hoggle, and this is Sarah Hoggle's most recent release. I did read You Deserve Each Other by her, and I loved it so much, so it's time for me to read this. I actually did start this. I read it in the park with my roommate one day, and I only got up to chapter 3, so this needs to be a book that I finish very soon. Hopefully I love it as much as I love You Deserve Each Other. And then I also brought Cool Prince by Holly Black. I am dying to give this another chance. This was actually the first fantasy book that I ever read in 2020, like ever. This was my first fantasy book. And I was like, you know what? I really want to retry it just because, I don't know, I was just very much in the romance mood back then. I wasn't really willing to give this a chance. And I was like, there's no romance in here and this and yada, yada, yada. But I think if I gave it another chance, I would really enjoy it. So I brought it because maybe if the romance and the literary fiction is too much, then I can jump into this world again. And then I brought my entire Sofular collection, There's really no reason for this other than the fact that I need to get through all of them, and it is at the top of my TBR. So I brought all of them. And funny thing, my roommate Priya, I got her to read The Brutal Prince. She loved it. I was so happy, and now we are going to read like her entire backlist together, and I'm very excited about it. So I brought her Underworld series. These books will be out of order because they're just kind of all at the bottom of my TBR card. So I brought her entire Underworld series. I am halfway through Ivan. I just need to finish it and then binge the crap out of this series. I'm so excited. And then I brought her entire Brutal Birthright series, and I need to finish the other ones. Very excited about all of these. And then I brought my favorite series ever, the Kingmaker series by Sophie Lark, obviously. And I had to bring this. It's one of my favorite series. It's a comfort series for me now because I've read The Heir twice now, The Bully 3 times, and this by choice. So yeah, I'm a little obsessed with Sophie Lark, if you could not tell. This is basically her stand page. I brought them all. So technically, those are all the books that I did bring with me to college. Actually, that's a lie. I also brought It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, but my roommate is currently reading that. I am turning her into a romance reader, and I love it. I'm so excited because basically all my friends that read are online friends. So yeah, I did bring It Happened One Summer. I have no idea where that book is. Probably in her back somewhere. So all of those are the books that I brought with me, but I did end up receiving books from a subscriber. Thank you so much, Sonia. I'm gonna go into those in just a second. And then also in the city that I'm in, which I don't really mind saying it, I'm in Richmond, there are so many little free libraries everywhere. Not really on my campus, sadly, but literally like a block away. Like there's just 50 million on one street, and I only been to 2 little free libraries. So one day I think I might do a whole vlog like just exploring all the little free libraries, dropping off books, getting books, but I went thrift shopping with my roommate once. I saw 2 little free libraries there, and in one of them I found Just Kids by Patti Smith, and this has been all over TikTok. Everybody loves this book. Apparently it's super emotional, and so I was so excited to see it there. So I grabbed this, and then for a weekend I went home maybe like 2 weekends ago, and when I went home there were 2 book packages waiting for me. So number 1, there's 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪 by Runix. I love the Dark Verse series by her, so I really need to read 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪. It is the perfect time to read this book. It's set in like a dark college, dark academia vibes between like a graduate student, like TA, I believe, and then also like just a graduate student, like a TA or something along those lines. And it just sounds like so much fun to read now. So I'm definitely gonna jump into this soon. And then also I received How to Marry 𝓫𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓮. This is so bad. Canoe. Janaya, can you hear me? Is it Canoe? Damn, this is really embarrassing. Canoe Reeves. No, that's horrible. Canoe. Anyways, How to Marry Canoe Reeves in 90 days. And this is Quanah Jackson's new book, or KM Jackson. This book comes out November 2021, so I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Read Forever Romance. I'm so excited to dive into this. This is about this girl who is just obsessed with Canoe. I think it's Canoe Reeves, and basically she gets wind that he's getting married, and she goes on this huge road trip with her best friend, her guy best friend, to go and break up the wedding. And I think romance ensues between them instead, and apparently it's gonna be just so cute. I'm so excited. Canoe. And then my last pile of books was sent to me by a subscriber, and I was literally in shock when she DM'd me telling me to expect a package. I am just dead. I am so excited about every single one of these, and all of them are on my TBR, which is just so exciting. So that's what the stack is here. Thank you so much, Sonia, for sending me all these books. You have no idea how much you made my day. This made me so incredibly happy, and I'm dying to get to like every single one of them, as I just stated. Yeah, I have no room on my TBR cart for these, so these are currently stacked up on my desk, but I have a cute picture idea, including this shirt, so make sure you're following me on Instagram. So she sent me A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor by Catherine Moon. I'm pretty sure this is a reverse harem, and it's paranormal, and apparently it's supposed to be just such an amazing time. So there's no better time to read it than October, so I'm diving in as soon as October hits. I'm so excited. And then she sent me In Peace Lies Havoc by Amo Jones, and also In Fury Lies Mischief by Amo Jones. This is a part of her Midnight Mayhem series. I love Amo Jones so much. I have no idea why I've not read this series yet. I loved her Elite Kings Club series, and I really enjoyed Sicko and some other books of hers like Crowned by Hate. And I don't know why I haven't gotten to these yet. So I'm dying to read them. Thank you so much. This just sounds so fun to read. You guys know that no thrillers for me in October, no mystery, horror, whatever. It's dark romances. That's where it's at in the fall months in October. So yeah, I'm dying to read these. Thank you. And then she sent me Faded by Liza James, and then also Descent by Liza James. This is a part of the Faded book series, and I'm so excited to read this. I actually haven't heard much of this series. Whenever I think of Liza James, I think of her like FF romance series, but this sounds like so much fun. I'm pretty sure they're paranormal romances with fallen angels, so that just sounds like right up my alley. I'm so excited to read them. Looks like it takes place in a city, New York. I'm excited. She also sent me Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, along with the prequel, or the prologue, like the short story that comes before Sea of Ruin. That's sitting over there on my desk. I'm dying to read this. Everybody has been yelling at me in my comments to read this, so I'm pretty sure this is a little bit of a love triangle, I believe. It's a historical romance. It takes place between pirates. Yes, exactly. I'm so excited. And then she also sent me, I'm not sure which one comes first. I believe Vibe comes first. Vibe by Liza James, and then Hush by Liza James, which I'm obsessed with these covers. This is the female romance series. I'm not really sure if it's paranormal. I do know that there's like some kind of like cult-ish thing that goes on in here. So yeah, I'm very excited to read both of these. Thank you again so much, Sonia. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea how excited I am about every single one of these. So this was a good addition for my college romance collection, my college book collection, and I'm really going to be trying to read every single one of these that are on my TBR by the end of the year. So hopefully I can do it. So those were all of the books that I brought to college with me. Some of them I recently got, some of them I got at a little free library, some of them were sent to me, and yeah, I am actually finding some time to read. Never my physical books though, and that's an issue. I only read on my phone because it's just convenient. I can whip it out at any time. So look out for a recent reads video. I have not filmed a wrap up for September or a wrap up for August, so look out for that. That should be coming out very soon, and I can talk to you guys about what I've been recently reading, all the romances and all that jazz. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited to be filming and putting up that video the same week. I miss talking to you guys, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I miss it and I miss you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. And I will see you guys soon with another video next week, most likely. And yeah, bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you and